The
Are we
Cloc
live?
event
Are we really
women.
live
Yeah,
again?
no, we're live. We're doing it again. And here we are at the podcast, live and direct, Nightlife Entrepreneur Podcast with our special guests, the women from Cloc Events. Woohoo!
There you go.
Yeah.
Claudia and Corinas.
Let out the horn.
We start the show every time with our Instagram handles. What's your...
You jumped right into that.
I'm gonna have to spell it out because my last name is Jewish. At CLAUBENSHIMOL. Clau Ben Shimon.
There she go.
Clau Ben Shimon.
Mine is at Corina, Corina, Paulini, Pollini.
Okay, and then your company is at Cloc Events, right?
Yes.
There you go.
Without a K, so
At-
CLOC events.
At Cloc
There you go.
Events.
You know where to
See-
find us. Oh, there you go. You know where to find us. You can find the book on Amazon. You can find our website, nightlifeentrepreneurs.podcast.com. And you can find us on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, dude, whatever.
Everywhere.
Just go look for
Google
us.
us.
And
We
this
come-
guy, one more time.
Yes, and we have the Ico Taps Beer and Adoral Food and Wine Festival. Don't forget to go to the festival this year, November 10th and 11th. Thank you to Cusqueña for always supporting us and being a part of our journey, right?
Yes.
Our nightlife journey.
LMG Miami, I don't want to forget. And
Yes.
at the Nightlife Entrepreneur.
Oh, and by the way,
I'm a little sick.
Yeah, he's a little sick. Drink Cusqueña, it'll make you feel better.
Cheers, girls.
Hey, cheers to everybody. And look out for LMG, where we're going to be selling tickets. You don't even know this. But we're going to be selling tickets to the Doral Food and Wine Festival. They're going to have their own link where you could go to their website and you're going to get a special price because, you know, con la misma gente, you always get hooked up.
There you go.
That's
There you
how
go.
it is. All right, so where do we begin? Clock women? How do we clock in? Is it?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Is it,
Yeah, how did you guys
Is
end
it-
up coming up with that name and
Yeah.
how and what does it mean, first of all?
Well, the name, as you can see, is CL because of Claudia and the OC because of Corina.
Oh.
So that's why we don't with
Oh.
Cloc Events.
Clock Events.
It has nothing to do with the time. And,
Nothing to do with nothing, just the beginning of our names.
Wow. See,
Yeah.
I here I
Corina?
thought.
You didn't know?
I thought it had, no, I didn't know. I
Claudia,
didn't know that.
Corina.
I didn't know
Corina
that.
turned around.
I did know something you guys mentioned
Okay.
before, which is your birthday thing, which
Yeah.
is I think
Oh, wow,
is
that was
funny
interesting.
and
You want to
interesting.
tell everybody?
Well, we were born on the same day, in the same place, same year, same everything, 2 hours apart from each other in the same hospital.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Destiny.
But
was
we
meant to
met 20 years later, so
You met
Yeah.
20 years later here?
Here,
here
yeah.
in Miami.
Partying.
Wow. Hold on, say that. Hold on. So it was 2 hours apart?
It was 3 hours apart.
So
I think she was born at 12.
did you look into that? Like if you were both in the same
Mixed, maybe?
baby?
Yeah,
area?
probably.
Probably, yeah.
We were friends over there,
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow, that's
Screaming.
amazing. Huh?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
You
cool.
probably had your first fight right
Did your
there.
parents?
Yeah, it was
do
probably
your
like-
parents?
No, they met
they're
right when we met,
nothing.
yeah.
Did they meet already? Like
No.
now that
Yeah.
you girls are business partners.
Oh,
Now,
yeah,
now,
they're
yes.
friends.
They go to our parties.
They go to your party.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
there every single
Do
party.
they tell the story about you girls being
Yeah.
2 hours apart, same
Yeah.
hospital, same doctor?
No. That would have been too much.
That was it.
Yeah.
Same father? No. Just,
No.
you never
We're
know.
gonna change it maybe.
All right, so to get a little serious, if we
Yes.
can,
let's get
because
serious.
it's always hard to do.
We have viewers out here that want to learn.
There you go. No, I know there's a lot of people here in Miami, and most people here in Miami know who you guys are and what you guys are doing because whatever you've been doing it right. You know, starting with this, the fact that you are branding your name the right way and all. But there's people that listen to us all over the place, all over the world. Let's tell them what Cloc
Worldwide.
Events is exactly. What do you guys do?
Well, we started doing brunch parties. So that's our most famous concept right now. We do that monthly. So we do pop-up events monthly, just all around the city. We did our first international event in Madrid last
wow.
month. Yeah, so I don't know if we would go back to Madrid, but we would definitely do events around the world, maybe.
Right.
Pop-up events in different cities. And
By the
right
way,
now
I
we
love
have...
that promotion, that video you guys did.
Yeah, it was cool.
On
Yeah.
the plane.
It was amazing.
So you did this, you created this brunch out of Miami? Like you're...
I mean, we were just tired of the
internationally-
same party at night Friday, Saturday, Thursday. It was the same party every weekend.
Okay.
We were like, let's just do something different. Party during the day. I like drinking during the day better.
Yeah, me
the
too.
next day, I
you feel
can do
good.
something. I'm perfect.
Of course.
So that's how it started. And now we have different concepts. We have Thursday concept. It's called Social Thursday. We have a Friday concept. It's called 5 o'clock. We have a pool party. We have different things. We've done parties at night, but barely any. The most famous concept is a brunch, which is called Wake and Brunch. Yeah.
Actually,
Awesome. People can leave your party and go to their party.
yeah. And actually, she came up with a really good name, which is Wake and Brunch,
Right.
and
Wake and Brunch.
everybody love it. Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
it.
thank
I
you.
love it.
Brunch and just cross
I mean,
over.
I've been following these girls since they started, and we hadn't met each other actually, but I've heard a lot of good things about what they're doing. One of the good things is people like them as people, which is
Was
very
it-
important in the business. But what I love the most is being original. Being able to create something new that's not out there. Have you guys had any issues with being copied? Okay, that's your answer, right? there.
Everybody wants to copy them.
I mean,
Which I think is a compliment in a part,
Of
but
course.
it's annoying.
it's an
It's like
annoying compliment.
Yeah, it's like it's something that you've worked on so hard, having somebody copy and then having other people not knowing which one came first,
Right.
and who did it first and whose idea it
And
was.
it's like, wow, you look great, like a lot better than yesterday. That's what.
Hey, but let's go. I want to go back to the beginning. So you girls met. Okay, we already know, born together, and 2 hours apart. This whole thing. I want to know a little bit about how you met here, and were you girls working already in the industry? Were you into partying, and
No.
how did this come up?
We met at the beach one day.
You met at the beach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at my house.
Yeah.
She came to my house like
You live
I
in the
did,
beach?
I used to live on the beach.
Okay.
And I did like a small beach party.
Yeah, we
I
have
invited
friends
some
in
friends, and we have friends in common. So she came, and a lot of people.
we were never really close.
Was it daytime? Daytime.
Yeah, it was daytime.
Yeah, of course.
We were never really close. I started working as a promoter.
Okay.
I was working for like 4 months, and then she contacted me. She's like, "Oh, how do you do this? Whatever." And then I got her into working as a promoter. So then we became friends, just working together as promoters.
You worked
And then-
with Mac Miami,
Mac
right?
Miami.
Yeah.
Mac
Shout out
Miami.
to Mac Miami.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Mac.
shout outs. And that was night events that you were promoting?
Yeah.
So you girls were
Weekend.
promoters.
Yeah,
already.
we were nightclub promoters.
Nightlife.
How long did it take for you guys to come up with? Okay, we gotta come up. We gotta do something new. We want to get out of
Well,
this.
she had an idea of boat parties, which we put the name. Well, she put the name of Utopia boat parties.
Right.
Those weren't very successful,
Okay.
but that's how we kind
They
of
weren't?
no.
Oh.
But they were fun.
It's a learning process.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
There
And
it
it's
is.
called Utopia?
Utopia.
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 They were fun,
Utopia.
but now that we look at it and we just think of bigger, we think of bigger things. So, right at that moment they were big, but right now we think of it, and we did 3 of those, and then we started the brunches.
Right? We used to. There were 80 people per boat party.
80
Yeah.
people per boat?
80
Yeah.
people.
And you just invited, many boats? Like,
No,
No,
just
it's one boat.
one boat.
More of a yacht.
What we did, no,
Yeah.
it wasn't a yacht. What we did was we went to Bayside, those tourist boats that used to do
The pirate
go around.
boat and-
Oh my god!
Yeah, we did that one.
we did that one. We did that
We
one.
almost sank that boat that we sold. I love it.
We rented out.
That boat
we-
comes out of Miami Vice. I want you to know. That's a classic. But that's
I know
awesome.
it's a classic.
You did parties there. Okay.
Yeah.
And
We
then,
did 1 there, and then we did 2. That was the last one we did, and then 2 weeks after the last boat party, we did our first brunch, and we were like, "What have we been doing this whole time?"
That's where
doing these boat
that's
parties?"
where it clicked.
That's where it clicked.
We
yeah.
wanted to do day party before, and we tried to contact some places like Gawana, and they were about
Right.
to close. So they
Right.
said like we're gonna close, so there's nothing
Okay.
to do here, and we began to work, find out other things and think
Right.
about it. And she have a friend that invited us to do a day party with him
Okay.
because he had the deal for doing the day party on a Friday of
Black Friday.
Black Friday
At a
Thanksgiving
venue?
weekend.
Was it a
Okay.
venue?
at a venue. Yeah.
Wow, Black Friday you did a
Yeah, that was our
daytime party?
first brunch.
Yeah, everybody was
Wow,
like,
that's kind of challenging.
yeah, everybody was like, Black
It was,
Friday.
it was his idea.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. It's Club Tab Events.
Okay.
Club Tab Events. They
Club
do
Tab
events
events.
mostly
Shout
in
out.
Boston and DC,
Okay.
but they're really good friends of ours. He invited me to do a brunch with him. I invited Corina, and we did it, both of us
I
together.
mean, we normally close on Black Friday, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
how did that go
that's
for
what
you
he
guys?
thought. It was his idea, really. That's why he thought. He was like, "There's nothing going on. I have so many friends coming from Boston, from DC, from all these
New York.
places.
All
I
over.
have friends.
Yeah.
Their friends are in Miami, and they're coming.
Opportunity.
And they're
Yeah.
coming. We shouldn't say this actually. And they're coming to Miami, so let's just
Cut
do
it out.
something that day. And that's how it came out. And then actually, since that was our first brunch, we did our anniversary last year in Nikki Beach, that same Black Friday. and it was
okay.
I think our best event.
That's so cool how you girls just kind of like were nightlife promoters, and then this idea came about. You met in the day. It's almost like you and me, yeah? When we met, we were like, hey, let's do this podcast. Me and him, we were like putting people on 3-way and 4-way. Hey, we just wanted to ask you questions, and Julio said, hey, let's do this podcast.
Actually, when you say that, we do events that are not common in Miami, also with the dates, because we choose dates that people think like, why you choose Thanksgiving?
Exactly.
Why you choose that day? And we like to choose days that are not common in Miami.
Can't wait to go to your hurricane party. Hurricane brunch. That's going to be amazing. I can't wait for that.
I've been in the business for so long that, to be honest with you, when I saw what you guys were doing, I was like, why didn't I think of this? You know what I mean? Like right away, you're like, man, that it was such a simple idea that it just
too
didn't
much, man.
come to me. You know,
you're like Monday to Friday.
I mean,
Sunday.
yeah, but the reality is that everybody
this,
that's doing this is also thinking of how to do something, the next big thing. Or I realize, I know for a fact that everybody's gonna be copying you guys, because the whole, once a month kind of thing, or changing venues, or doing it at a different time, or a different date, coming up with
they also have
names that are
challenging
cool.
days.
Exactly, a date that most people wouldn't do something. So anybody listening out there that's either a promoter or a club owner or manager, it is actually a very good idea to think outside the box and just not go with the common. You know what I mean? We are used to looking at numbers in a way in the business where we're like, okay, so last year on this date it was bad, so we expect it to be bad. Well, it doesn't have to be if you think of something different and go against what everybody else is doing. You know what I mean?
It's not easy.
It's not only about Cinco de Mayo and Halloween.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not easy, and I think if you plan right, you can make it happen, right?
And actually, Halloween, we're scared of a date like Halloween. Like we do it, we
you have everybody against you also.
Yeah. I would say a day that people would say like, that's the worst day to pick. That's the day that we pick.
Right.
That's the day you pick?
Yeah, because it's the day that nobody thinks they're going out or.
Do you guys? Okay, so I know it's the two of you. Do you guys have a team that works with you, promoter-wise?
We have, we have a couple. We have a few promoters.
Do they work
6.
at night also with other companies?
No.
They're just exclusive.
They're actually more our friends than promoters.
Shout out to Ariana Costa, by the way.
Yeah.
She's one of your friends?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout it out.
Like my daughter. Pretty much.
Okay.
So we like.
So basically,
Pretty much.
we teach them.
Oh no.
We have to teach them how to promote, what they have to do, how they do it. You have to pick the receipt at the end of the party. Everything that a promoter have to do.
Right.
We have to teach them. But because they're our friends, it's really good because we have a good energy between all of us.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's more like a friendship than work-wise.
It's like your friends are helping me, but they're helping us, but they're getting paid.
Exactly. That's how we started.
Hey, that's a tip, all right? Party people, try to get your friends involved to help you promote your night, your brunch, whatever it is. It's just more organic, and I guess you get better results.
More natural. It's more natural.
Yeah.
It's
And there's
better energy.
And do they feel like there's? How do you deal with them not feeling committed, and almost, coming through and helping you bring in 50 people, and at the end of the day, you kind of just come up to them and give them a check, or tell them, hey, by the way, you made an extra $100 today. Thank you very much. Or how do you? Or it's not even.
Sometimes it's hard because for us, this is our job, this is our work, and this is what we live for. For them, it's just a joke. It's just an extra money that they get each month.
I mean, it's not a joke. It's just not their life.
They
don't live from it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They don't take it serious. So sometimes we have to take the friendship apart and tell them like, listen, this is our job.
Right.
We live from this. We work. This is what we do. So take it serious,
Right.
And you commit them.
So sometimes we have those type of,
conversations.
Arguments,
conversations.
Yeah.
But
they're friends. Okay.
That's actually a kind of a question I had regarding the fact that you don't do it weekly and you do monthly events. It makes it harder for a lot of people. Like if I were to do it, I have 5 parties going on right now. We're going crazy. We have this conversation every day. Like we're like, should we drop one or not?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go to the Sunday party, to work. It's different when you're there partying than working. But like we have a weekly meeting with the promoters, for example. I mean, if you guys have like an event, once a month or whatever, maybe you don't have that many meetings with them. But then when it comes to the money part, like it's very hard like me seeing it from the outside, to do this with like a monthly event alone. I mean, unless what you guys are doing, and we're not gonna mention actual numbers, but unless what you guys are doing is that one event is kind of like having 4 parties, you know what I mean, one a week for the whole month.
Got it. Yeah.
You know, like if we look at it on a money, you know, point of view only, we're like, oh man, it would be great if we were able to do, okay, let's say I sell $30,000 a night. If I'm doing 120 in one night, I don't need to work the rest of the month.
Exactly.
Not no work. I'm sure they're working the whole month, figuring out a lot of things.
Bring people in.
But the money part is one of the things that, for people like us that take this, you know, as our, I've been doing it, like I said, 23 years, and it is the only thing that we've been doing, you know. It's hard for us to think of something like this and figure out how to make it happen. So that's why I'm not 100% sure how you guys make something that you do once a month only work financially, you know, and work for the team, making sure that the team is with you guys helping, even though you're saying that most of them are friends. It must be very hard.
The thing about the promoters is that they earn on commission. I don't have to pay them whatever they don't make. So whatever they make, it doesn't hurt me to pay them because it's what they made. It's their commission. It's what they earn.
Right.
Regarding that, I think you are right. We probably don't make as much as we could make if we did it 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 12 times a month. But I think what we sell is the brand, is an experience.
More
I think
exclusive.
we're selling something different. And maybe what you're saying has a point, but then we have more time on our side to work on other things and to, like, I'm starting my master's.
There you go.
She hasn't finished her career yet at FIU. She works on other things. I work on other things. We have time to do all of the things we like. Mm-hmm. And so maybe it's not as big as a turnout monetarily as you say.
It's a month, right?
But it has its benefits.
Oh, of course, for
and
sure.
Is it also
Time
part of the
them.
strategy?
Yeah.
Is it also part of the strategy and the, you know, the uniqueness of having some different pop up every once a month?
We've definitely thought about doing weekly parties before, but it's just not our concept. I think it would ruin the whole idea and the whole
Actually, our success, I think, is because of that. Because if we have one party a month, so
you can't miss it.
You can't miss it, and we have 1,000, 1,200 people in one party.
And is every party different, or it's always the same?
I mean, naturally, it's different because it's in a different place.
It's a different venue. Oh, okay.
Right.
So it's always a different venue.
And we always try to give them a different twist. For example, our party in May, we did a white party. So it was a white party at Sea Spice during the
We
day.
put a lot of entertainment. We
So you
changed
changed
DJs.
the venue, you changed the date,
Concept.
you changed the concept. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
you
a
even
brand
do it
new
at different
experience.
times than other people are doing the parties.
We
but
even
you
changed
do-
the DJ.
You change the
We
DJ,
never have the same
which is
DJs.
something that I know that some people that copy, they have the same DJs. I'm not gonna say names, but like, you know, so that's one. Honestly, I you know,
That's awesome.
good.
That's
for you
really
guys,
cool.
man.
And so
It's
do
good
you
for the
change,
business in
do you
general,
change
the
the
industry.
name of the brunch and you just always promote? How do you? What is it that you're promoting? Are you promoting Cloc Events presents this different concept every once a month, or is it the same name and people already know it's Cloc Events?
No, we promote Cloc events at whatever place, wake and brunch. So we have those 3
I would
things.
say wake and brunch by Cloc events
Oh.
at Sea Space. That's how I would put it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Different. Okay, cool. That's
How did you
awesome.
guys end up doing a party in Madrid? How did that end up happening?
Well, we both have a lot of family in Madrid,
Okay.
and we are both from Venezuela, and a lot of Venezuelans are leaving to Spain rather than coming here because they realize it's a better option.
Okay.
So we have so many people there, and that's how the idea of doing a party there. Well, we've always wanted to do a party outside of Miami, just to kind of do exposure outside the city.
Right.
Madrid was always the first option because of
Right.
that. Yeah.
How challenging was that to create a destination?
It was challenging
Party.
because it's a whole different culture. Even if it's the same Venezuelan people from Venezuela, it's a different culture because whenever you move somewhere, you adapt to their culture. So the time is different. People arrive super late to the events.
To the brunch, was it also a brunch?
It was a brunch.
Yes.
Okay.
It was till 11. It started at noon and it was till 11 p.m. And people got there like at 7, 8.
Yeah.
So it's something. That's a cultural thing. Like
Because they don't have that concept of brunch party or day party.
Right.
Yeah.
So you had stomach ache at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Nobody's showing
Yeah.
up.
And then
I know the
another
feeling.
thing. And another thing is in Madrid, people don't spend money like they do in Miami.
Oh.
Like they don't. Their income is way less than here.
It's because of that. Their income is way more less, so they don't have that money
They
like
smoke a
here
lot,
in
right?
Miami.
Right.
They smoke like
Yeah.
crazy over there. Right? Everybody
Yeah.
In
does
whole
smoke.
Europe, it's so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Cigar
so we
party.
learned different. It's a cultural.
Cigar party. Yeah. So
It was a cultural shock to do an event there, but it was worth it because it was.
No, I could
exposure for
imagine
us.
the
Yeah.
experience, the exposure. Yeah, I'm sure you learned a lot of
Yeah.
things. What are some of the things that you like? Will you do it again? Will you do another
I
destination?
mean, I don't
Like-
want to close any doors. but
Another destination, yes. In Madrid, I will say
Okay.
I don't want to close the door because
Exactly.
maybe. But
So look out for the party in Japan, probably.
From what I'm feeling is Madrid, even though you don't want to close the doors, money-wise, is not the same
it's
as.
because
Got it.
we
in the end, you
only
gotta
went.
pay
it's not
bills in
worth
dollars.
it. It's not worth it
Yeah.
paying the
The
airplane
ticket,
ticket
yeah.
to go all the way there,
okay.
doing everything there, and
Like what I say
But hey,
is
you're
maybe if
creating
I
a brand.
moved, yeah,
You're
maybe
creating a
of
brand,
course.
for sure.
maybe if I moved to Madrid or she moved to Madrid,
Right.
and then that would make sense. But
Yeah.
to go over there and stay over there, it's just too
Right.
much.
But looking at it in another way, like being here in Miami and telling the people that we did an event in Madrid, give us a lot
Yeah.
of.
Oh,
Yeah,
a lot of props,
sure.
right? A lot of
Exactly.
like,
So
I mean,
dragging,
So yeah, it's
bragging
exposure.
rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Next
I said,
time, just go to Española
we've
Way.
been doing this
Just
for a
do it.
long time, and we concentrate on here. We've done stuff in South America, in Colombia, which is where we're from, but you know,
Have you
like
done a party in Colombia?
we own a club over there, yeah. So
Okay.
for a few years we were there, and we were back and forth. But it was different, you know, because over there we were the investor. Over here we are the operator. So
Got
it's the
it.
other way around. Somebody else puts the money, we operate it. Over there, the other way around. We were lucky to find good operators over there, and it was a great business. But in Colombia, it was different number-wise because this, as a matter of fact, we would compare sales with Miami. Like this,
Yeah.
on a Friday night, we'd do the same numbers here and there. Here in dollars, over there in pesos, and same numbers.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Wow.
So it was good in that
So that's
sense.
good.
But it was always, you know, you had to being on top of something that's not where you are is always, you know, a
Different.
challenge.
Actually, yesterday I was with some people and they told me, "Why don't you do an event in Colombia?" Right now that you're saying that people spend a lot of
like
money
Colombia, Bogota would be great for what you guys do because they love this kind of brand. You know, what you guys have is a lot different from what we do, and I love what you guys do. Like I would be a client of your events if I was just a few years younger. You know.
If you're not getting home at the time that they start their event.
Exactly. No, but I love because I love the crowd that you guys have. You know, that's one of the things. You guys
How's their
keep it a
crowd?
high end thing.
Describe your crowd.
It's pretty, very pretty.
Very
You would
pretty?
like it.
Yeah?
It's a young crowd. I would say it's between 21 and 30 years old.
there. It's a high-end.
It's a
crowd.
high-end crowd.
What's your music like? What do they
Latin.
play? Like
I would say
Snoop
it's-
Doggy Dogg or
No.
Elvis Crespo?
No. It's Latin, mostly reggaeton.
Oh, it's reggaeton.
yeah.
Wow.
It is what it is.
Yo, we gotta go to
I
that
mean,
party.
right now, like it's
We
about.
gotta go have
But
some
it's-
bacon and eggs at this brunch party.
But it's a lot of potpourri as well. Do you know what potpourri is? It's like a Latin
Here
potpourri.
they come with this millennial.
No, it's not
Millennial.
It's what you used to call mashups.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
But
like
Latin, it would say
Potpourri? Is
La-
potpourri?
Potpourri.
Oh, potpourri. Yeah. Come to the potpourri party, people. Love it.
I'm sure you got potpourri in your bathroom. I'm sure.
I listen to potpourri all the time, right? The
We
potpourri
also put
king.
electronic. We put a little bit of hip hop. It's a little bit of everything, but mostly reggaeton.
When is your next one? Are you planning?
We don't know
anything?
yet.
We're planning
wow.
it.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the next con.
End of July, beginning of August, but we don't know where yet.
Okay,
There you go.
I'm going. I don't know about you.
You have
For
to
sure.
now.
We have to.
We
now
have
we
to
gotta
go.
go.
Yeah.
You committed now.
You know, sunblock. You know, the sunglasses. Go in there and potpourri that
I show
dance
up-
floor, baby. Hey,
I
could
show
I
up with my
tap
3
dance to
kids. You show up
potpourri?
with your 4 kids, and you know.
Start tap dancing to that potpourri music, baby. So let me ask you, tips or advice that you could give anyone who's thinking, even biters, because like you were mentioning, you know, when people want to bite your style, that's a little compliment. You know, people think it's easy. You know, is there not for those biters, because it's always important, and I think it's important in anything you do, in whatever business, that you know what makes you stand out is your style, your originality, what you bring to the table. So, but for those promoters or anyone out there who's maybe been working the nightlife and they're kind of tired of working the nightlife, and they're listening to us and saying, you know what, creating a brunch might be a good idea. what is an advice that you would give to them that is different than working the nightlife? Besides the fact that, sun and night.
I would say don't do it. It's mine.
Don't do it.
It's mine.
Don't do it.
Stay
okay?
out of it.
Stay out of it. It's a Cloc invention.
How do you keep people from copying you? Have you guys thought about that?
You don't. You just wait till they fail.
By the way, so they didn't want
Or
to give
wait till.
any advice. They were serious. They were like, don't, and they switched the conversation like straight up. All right, so don't.
You know what?
Don't do any brunches in Miami, people. Okay, from
can
now
try.
on,
No, I mean.
stick to the nightlife.
No. I mean, there's people for every type of event. There's different types of brunch. There's different types of music that you can play. I've heard a lot of events recently with electronic deep house music, and that's a different thing. Like that would be a completely different crowd than ours. That's good.
So you would the tip would be to what?
The tip would be just to put your own twist on it. Just
Put your own twist.
Yeah.
Okay, so whatever brunch you're creating out there, create your own twist, and it's important. What's something important? Like when I think of brunch, I think, what comes up to my mind is mimosas and delicious food, right? And listening to music. Is food very important? Is a DJ more important than the food? Is a mimosa a must? Or could Cusqueña go in there and take over this brunch in the morning?
Well, at the beginning, we emphasized a lot on the food and on the mimosas, and then little by little, it just started drifting to just a party, just a day party. A few people have something to eat, but they'll have like a bite, they'll have like tapas, they'll share.
have appetizer just to say because.
But really, very few people just sit down and eat and.
Got it. Okay.
It's just
that was a good, good little tip. All right, that's all you're gonna get.
I'd be the one eating in the corner.
No, you mean.
I'm the one eating.
We'll be like this. We'll be like this with the menu, like arepitas, please.
But I mean, it also depends on the concept because, for example, when we did Komodo last week, a couple weeks ago, we did the game, one of the World Cup games, and so a lot of people came to brunch. A lot of people.
To eat.
Yeah.
To eat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a venue with good food where people know what to expect, and the venue
But
wants
because
to
it was
sell
more
food
of a sit down, watch the
Right.
game.
And also the game was early, it was at 2.
Right,
So
right, right,
people,
right.
So people got
came
there
at
to have
1
lunch,
and they
yeah.
eat and everything.
Yeah, we competed that day. We were doing a
Yeah.
brunch that same day for the game. I actually don't remember my experience.
Hey, but your
I don't remember much either.
Sunday party now is during the day, right?
Yeah, every Sunday.
Or is it afternoon, like afternoonish?
It's 3 p.m. on.
Okay, so
We
it's
start
not
at
a
3.
brunch. Technically, a brunch.
We start right after brunch. Actually.
What's the time? What's the technical time of a brunch?
Noon
being
to
over?
midnight. More or
12 to
less.
12.
Yeah.
Wow, noon to midnight is a brunch.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's like
You want to go to brunch at 8 p.m.? Right, that would
there's
be.
like a 2 or 3 turnovers. during
There's
the day.
restaurants now doing brunch all day, whatever.
Yeah.
It's
It's not the same people that arrive at noon that leave
a
at
city
midnight.
like Miami, New York, LA needs an all-day brunch.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
you girls would be great in LA, like right? Because brunches over there in LA, rooftop pool
Yeah.
parties
And New York-
are really
New York
big.
too.
Right, but then the thing is, they would be another one doing
Yeah.
the same what everybody else
Got
does.
it.
That's the good thing about them is that they're the only Cloc. You know what I mean? It's that they're the only ones. I know people are copying the idea now because I have
No,
seen.
and there were people that were there before. It's just, it's different. I would say it's what I was saying
I
before.
mean, for this crowd,
Yeah.
going against the usual, thinking outside the box, which is what I think people should take the most from this, is that you guys got to think outside the box and just
be
do
original.
whatever is not the usual. Go against the current and build your own ideas and whatever. And I
sure.
actually have a few things that now that I'm here thinking that I don't want to mention here because because I'm going to mention
No, they'll
to you
take
guys
it.
offline.
Don't mention it because they'll take it.
Because I think I already
Our girls
but
are
for
on
them,
point.
I think I already have their next event. And
Like everybody's doing reggaeton. We're not doing reggaeton. We're doing pupurriti. Right? Like what? What's reggaeton, man? Like, they're doing pupurriti
And,
music.
by the way, we get offers all the time as a company to do brunches and what. And the reality is, I don't want to do anything half-off. And if we don't have something that I believe is, going to be a big thing, like what you guys are doing today with the Wake 'em brunch and the is it 5 o'clock?
Wake up brunch.
We haven't
That's
done that
what
one in a
Wake up
while.
brunch.
Weekend
Wake up
brunch.
brunch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro, the name has
They're
to be
the-
cool.
they're the
The people
brunch
have to be
queens.
cool. That's what it's all about. I love the fact that it's 2 girls
Two girls
So
from
I think that
Venezuela.
makes a difference.
It
Two
makes
girls
a
from
big-
Venezuela.
Because we said it, yeah.
Shout out.
Some of the people that have tried to copy us, they're guys, and you see the difference. Like she's really that. She loves the details.
Okay,
and
so that's important.
that makes a difference.
Yeah, I see you guys were like with the fans. And,
Oh, I have one here.
and
Do you
the
wanna see it?
videos? Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
videos that you guys,
Where-
that you guys
Hey,
use
production.
when you promote.
Inside the brown one, the other one.
So the,
You have to dig deep.
dig deep.
I mean, you're in a city. You're in a city like Miami. Of course, you need fans.
I don't know if there's
that's-
any needles
That was
in
her
there.
idea. I
Yeah.
thought it was
Right
a little
on.
bit ratchet when you
But
said
Oh
it.
man, it's
No,
not
no,
only
no.
creative, but it's intelligent because you
Yeah.
are giving people something that they.
It's a hit. Everybody love it.
It's a product.
I've
I was
seen it.
actually-
white and black.
For those promoters out there, she's gonna pull out a product placement of POS.
Which, by the way, that's one of the things.
Promotional
People love to
material.
take
Let me
stuff
see.
home.
Wow.
People love to take
Look at that.
stuff home.
That's cool.
That works.
I mean,
That
it might
works.
sound
works.
ratchet at the beginning. It doesn't look ratchet in any way. It looks great.
And it's good for branding. It's good for
Yes.
pictures after.
Can you
it's good for
imagine
the
you
video.
get home, you know, the wife says, "Where you been today?" Nowhere. I was just, you know, Publix.
We don't
Home
have those
Bargain.
types of people for events.
No?
No. It's just
No.
good people.
Of course. It's all favorites. It's all Cloc events.
All right, so you guys are gonna continue doing the same type of events, or you guys are thinking of doing something like
Yes.
now when you're creating, you want to create a new idea, or you're trying to do more wake and brunches and more 5 o'clocks and all that?
Actually, Wake and Brunch is getting bigger,
Okay.
Wow.
and more known
Okay.
around Miami. So I think our idea will be to keep doing our Wake and Brunch, but every time more big
Right.
Bigger.
and in a bigger scale.
And is it, when you say bigger, is it bigger DJs, bigger venue, bigger?
Bigger venue,
Bigger
more people,
anticipation, bigger.
more anticipation. Right now we do our events with 3 to 2 weeks of anticipation.
Right.
So
A promotion.
Right. 3 weeks
promotion.
promotion is like perfect timing.
Well, that's
actually.
perfect. We've only had that like 3 times.
Yeah.
But that's what we aim to.
Sometimes it ends up
It's to-
happening different, and you end up
Yeah.
doing 2 weeks only. And,
yes,
but 3 weeks.
But the aim is 3 weeks.
right.
That's in
actually,
the book.
That's in the book, actually.
That's in the book?
It is.
actually our
47.
anniversary that we did at Nikki Beach last year, we
Promoted for a
we
month.
brought almost 2 people, and we promote like
2,000.
2,000 people.
2 people. 2 people. That
Right.
2,000 people.
Me and Julio were there. We were there with the fans.
It's what's staggering is the numbers that they're talking about. I mean, for you
2,000
people out there,
people?
like the real
Almost.
numbers
Yeah.
here in Miami, people have parties with 300 people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I know.
250,
And they're good
300,
parties.
350, good
2,000.
parties with that amount of people.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about these numbers, like it makes me think of when we started and we had 1,800 people,
Yeah.
1,500 people every week, every night. The numbers that they're doing are great.
Hey, how do you get people there? Is it through
Especially the
Instagram,
quality of the crowd.
Facebook?
Well, it started.
What's your-
It started as us being promoters, and then little by little, we just started drifting away from that, and the name people just caught on the name.
But is it through
Instagram and
Instagram and
Facebook?
Facebook?
We do events
Social
on
media,
Facebook, and
yes.
we do just
Social
Instagram,
media.
yeah.
So
And word of mouth.
Influencers?
Yeah, we also sometimes
we work with bloggers. We've worked with
Bloggers?
some
Okay.
influencers. Yeah.
how do you make sure that the crowd that you are bringing to the events is the one you want?
Wow, that's a hard question.
That's a very good question.
Actually,
Yeah.
when you say about influencers, we're really picky with the influencer or bloggers that we choose. So we tend to choose fancy or high end.
Super fancy, like
High-end.
Marco Musica, for example.
No,
We got we,
Just
we
I love him, but no for our events.
no, we
No?
got him
Oh,
once.
that's
We
not
did a
your
video with him
demographic?
once, and it was
That's
the
not your
funniest video
demographic?
ever.
You do
No.
But it's
funny
just
things.
yeah, but it's just a difference. That's something
You know that
different.
the demographic is going to change. It's going to bring you a different crowd.
Yeah. No, it's just the
Also-
promotion has always been the same. It's very girly, I think. So
And
we
also
have-
the venue.
But we have a very high percentage of girls. It's like 70% girls and 30% guys. So that gets even
That-
more guys. Yeah.
That right there, that's the secret.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
it.
what it is. You know.
They're gonna
Yeah.
And also we
70%
do
female.
high end venues. So
Right.
the people that goes there is the people that we want.
Right.
So we choose a venue that we want.
Hey,
that we want that crowd.
are these events free, or do people have to sit down and buy?
If you want a table, you need a table reservation, which
Okay.
tends to have a minimum. If it's a very large venue, it'll just have a very small minimum. But we just need to organize everything with minimums.
By the way, having a cover charge or an actual table minimum is one of the things that keeps the
Yeah.
crowds away.
Exactly.
You know, when you have the wrong crowd, they're the
Yes.
ones that don't want to pay this and that
yeah.
and whatnot. You know what I mean?
And then with cover charge, we just do 20 guys and 10 girls. We used to do more before, and then we realized that was like counterproductive.
Yeah.
So we now do just 20 guys, 10 girls, and if it's very packed, we just do 30 and 20.
Yeah, you don't want the cover to be something that's gonna make people think I don't want to go there because I don't want to spend that money.
Yeah.
I'd rather,
Yeah.
because usually they say I'd rather spend it in food or in drinks or whatever.
Yes.
It's not that they don't want to spend anything. It's just
You
that
make them
fact.
think about it.
And
yeah.
also our crowd is local,
Yeah.
so we always have basically the same crowd.
Yeah, you gotta take care
So
of them.
if you charge him $100 for
Right.
one event, next event he's not gonna go.
They're not going next.
Hey, so
For sure.
you girls seem happy with your business. Is there anything that you could share with us that has been a bad experience? What bad experience have
I
you
would
had
say the worst
besides having 2 people? Assuming that-
I would say
Same.
I would say the worst experience would be just having to deal with bad people.
bad people like
Bad people that don't
I would say 80% of this business people are bad.
like
People
have
take
bad
advantage.
intentions.
People that take advantage.
But when you
Yes,
say people,
yeah.
is it the venue or
Manager, restaurant owners,
beware.
competition,
Right.
so
everybody.
that's the only downfall that you have to be on point with
Yeah.
that?
I mean,
and sometimes I think that
Shark business. It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough.
because people live from this, so people are always like,
Yeah.
and
coming up
also
together.
I think that they see us, we're just 2 girls,
Yeah.
and they say like, I want to take advantage of these girls, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So they're like, these 2 girls, they have no idea what they're doing. Let's take advantage of
and
it.
maybe if we were 30, but we're 23, we started when we were 20.
Wow.
So people just like they're like, what do these girls know?
Well,
well, it is the right time to be a woman right now.
Oh, yeah,
Things
no.
are changing.
Yes.
So, and in
Women
the
in
business,
power.
in the business, I mean, we've been talking about it. We've been interviewing more and more girls, as a matter of fact, and every time we keep hearing things, and from
these-
managers who are women to promoters to company owners, and club owners like El Patio, Ata, whatever.
Yeah.
There's
shout outs.
and the reality is that we actually had a conversation, before we came in, we were talking about the fact that a lot of people do end up owing promoters money.
Yes.
And
That's
it is
unfortunate.
what it is. It is unfortunate, and
And I'm assuming because they're women, they try to get over. But you girls should really promote the fact that you're black belts, and that you.
She
you know,
is.
Actually, I am black belt.
Yeah, no,
She
I'm telling you, that's what I said.
She's
you know what?
Vamos a decir
The
en
main
inglés.
thing is this: as long as the venues want their events,
Yeah.
they should be taking care of them. You know what I
course.
mean? Like that's the main
and
thing.
making sure.
And it also happens that every time we do an event in a venue, they always call us and like, why you don't do it every week? Why you don't
Yeah,
keep
that's,
with
that's
us?
an issue because they're gonna want you there.
Yes.
And when you start every week, they say, why don't you do it Friday and Saturday, 2 nights a
Yeah.
week, or all those
what-
things that don't work.
and
Because
By the
the
way,
thing-
no,
people
what-
think that because we brought 800 people one day, they think that we're gonna bring it
Every
every
week.
week, every
Yeah.
day, and it's
Right.
not like that.
That's not.
And you let them know, like, hey, no, it's just a one-shot deal.
Yes.
Well, it's exclusivity as well.
We always leave the doors open. Like we're gonna do an events here again,
Right.
maybe in a couple months, maybe in a year.
Right. So there's a question. Have you guys thought of doing events not at venues like this? Not like an actual.
By the way, this is a secret. This is top.
No, I mean
top.
because
Like
To rent out a split.
producing our own-
rent
I
a
started
space,
the other
you
way
said.
around. When I started doing parties, my first parties were not at clubs. Were at
Like
well, the first ones were actual
like
houses.
Restaurant lounges.
But then after the houses, we did. It was actually okay. In Kendall, there was a place called Club de Cazadores. It was 137th and por la cárcel, like far away. But
Don't go there.
but we were bringing there 2,000 people. We were charging $20, all you can drink.
Wow.
But the rental for the whole venue was $750. The
Wow.
liquor
So,
we
yeah,
were
so
getting
you were killing it.
consignment, so we weren't paying for any liquor. Employees were all our friends,
Yeah.
security and everything. So it was that kind of event. Well, and in the end, all that money, whatever, we would make like $100. Somebody was stealing, but but we learned.
The bad
it was a
people
learning
that you were
experience.
mentioning. You
It
see,
was
there was a
learning.
bad person
There's always
in that
something,
business.
in this business, it's you gotta,
it's tough.
you gotta keep an eye on everything. But then it just kept growing. But the thing is this,
Yeah.
you could do events. I don't know if you guys have thought about doing them in events, in places that you rent
Rent
the brand,
out.
and you have everything. You do the
That you
catering, you
rent,
do the whole
that you
thing.
actually-
I mean, that's
Yeah.
the vision because
That's-
that's first of all, it's
That's
more
our
money.
That's
goal.
a big leap.
Right.
That's our goal, but
Yeah.
it's hard and it's risky
Yeah.
Right.
because you have to pay everything up front.
Yeah, that's
So
for
you
sure.
have to rent out the space.
You have to
And
be
what happens if it
100%
rains?
sure.
For example, what happens if it rains? You lose the money.
Right.
Yeah.
Something like that, So
Yeah.
we're thinking it. We will do it, but
Right.
you're just going step by
Well,
step.
but you girls are the don't do date party girls. If it rains, come to their party. If it storms, come to their party.
It's rained before, and it's still been a huge party, but it's definitely something that affects the event.
You guys keep a low overhead for your events, meaning
Yeah,
like,
staffing wise.
yeah, you don't have high expenses.
I mean, we pay
prior to the event or whatever.
Actually, we have a lot of expenses because
but prior to the event, no.
Yeah,
not
like
really.
mostly like production and promotion, pretty much. No, like you know.
and a lot of branding.
And the
We do a
DJ.
lot of branding.
Yeah, that's one of the big things that
We
I
do
think
sometimes. For example, if the venue have a pool, we put the letters of the Cloc events at the pool.
Right.
So
So you brand big,
yeah,
Yeah.
we brand
which
big.
is great, which is a great investment.
What do you
people
do
that go
normally?
to our
Like ice
party?
sculpturing, that kind of thing?
No,
What
no.
do-
What we love the most is the pool.
Okay.
We did those letters, like floating letters in
Right.
the pool. I'll show you a picture now. We do the
The hand
fans.
fans, the balloons.
We have some balloons with our logo.
Okay. So branding is very important when you guys have your
Oh,
own company.
shades.
Brand that
Shades,
name.
and we did a Christmas hat with our logo.
That's called.
And we did
living
do
the brand.
sombreros.
Okay.
Live
Like
your
for
brand,
beach.
right? So you definitely that's a tip.
One
Live your
thing I
brand.
haven't seen, even though you guys are millennials,
Yeah.
you guys are not like so crazy with the Instagram and that, you know, like the social media part is not like, I mean, because I know some people your age that
Are always on
like
the
if they move that many people, they have 100,000 followers or what, you know what I mean? Like your followers are more like your real followers, you know what I mean?
You mean like our private accounts?
well,
No, Cloc events.
company.
Cloc
You,
events.
as a company, I mean, like the people that follow you are probably the ones that actually go to.
I mean,
the
it's,
parties.
I would think it would be very annoying to follow a page that just posts about the same events every month. So if they follow us, it's because they go
Right,
and they
right,
really
right.
care. And I think
They're fans.
yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
Actually,
I
when
think
you-
it is a mistake that people make that they want to grow their audience and grow it and grow it and grow it
Yeah.
because they want that number and they
To
want to
be-
see those likes and they want to see, you know, but in the end they're not building new real clients.
I mean that's not what gives you money. The followers. What gives you money
Exactly.
if they go to the event.
Actually, the
Right.
night that you said it, there are a lot of people from our age doing events, do a party, whatever, and they have a huge amount of followers.
Yeah.
But because they buy it, you know.
Right.
So our followers, we have 6,100, something like that,
Right.
are from sweat and for work, and we haven't
Exactly.
buy even
real.
one follower, you know.
Exactly.
Everything have been from hard work. So.
Perfect.
But they're real followers. If we
Yeah,
post
that's-
a flyer,
they're worth a lot
people
more.
go and it makes an impact.
Yes, that is very important for you guys out there. Buying followers, buying likes,
Oh, yeah.
buying comments, none of that works. None of
yeah.
that is worth it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
So
it backfires.
please stop
It
it.
looks good, but
Yeah.
at the end you don't see the results.
Yeah, it
Exactly.
backfires.
Exactly.
Hey, so do you do pool parties?
yeah.
We did one.
And when you do pool parties, are you responsible for like the lifeguard or anything like that, or that's usually the venue?
No, that's the venue.
That's a venue because, well, the only that one that we did in a hotel, so they have their own lifeguard and everything.
Okay.
But we're talking about branding.
Yeah.
We bought a lot of inflatables,
Right.
and we put like the name of Cloc
This was
and
the
everything.
W?
No, this one was Nautilus.
Oh, okay, okay.
South Beach.
Right. South.
South Beach.
Yes. But it's funny because in the pool party, our crowd is high end and Latin girls they don't want to get in the pool, so they were
they're all-
all dressed up, makeup, heels, whatever, and they don't even go to the pool.
Right.
So it
Yeah,
was
very few people got in the pool.
it was basically a
wow.
brunch with a
Interesting.
bikini and a pool.
Well, nobody wants to
Yeah,
mess
yeah.
up their hair.
just the guys
Exactly.
that were playing around in the pool. And
Got it.
That's crazy.
So in
Yeah.
that case, would you in your next pool party invite your friends and tell your friends, "Hey, I need you to get into the pool"?
yeah.
Yes,
that
we will
what
do
you-
it. We were thinking even to get some models or some.
Well,
Just
we're
just
available,
hi-
right?
Just hire two pushers.
Yeah. Because just by seeing two
Or hire
people
two
in the
pushers.
pool.
Yeah, that's a good.
That's our idea.
That's what she
and-
meant by models, not like actually models. Just like people in the pool.
Yeah, just friends.
Yeah.
That would-
friends
yeah.
that you could
Yeah, no,
say.
I haven't modeled in months.
You have to have that guy who could, come and do that bomb, throw jump, party animal, personality. That's cool.
And also because of the last pool party, we have all the footage and everything to promote it next time and maybe bring the people to the pool.
Right.
Definitely.
Right.
deal
We were
with-
talking about drugs the other day.
Yeah.
I believe it was when we spoke with the security guys.
Security guys were talking about people that.
Yeah, and we were
drugs
and
they
abuse
watch
people on all those things. And we were also talking about the longevity of a promoter's life and all this. And we mentioned the fact that we were very lucky to, even though we're in a business that's so crazy, that we have been keeping away from things like like drugs.
Yeah.
Drugs
You know?
and
not alcohol. Alcohol,
but
is our good
But
friend.
you could also,
Abuse of it,
There
of
was
course.
someone that
Yeah.
that said oh no, I promoted and I overdrank, and that was the worst thing that I could have done.
Yeah, that was
So do
Alex.
you girls when you create your parties, do you drink responsibly? She's laughing, so she's like,
I mean, it's because I think when we
You eat and you drink.
Yeah,
I think
that's what I eat.
When we talk about our events, they're once a month, and we worked so hard to do that one event.
So
we
you
drink.
party.
Yeah, we party. But when we were promoters, like 2 or 3 years ago, there was a moment where I just got tired. Like I would drink Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. My habits changed, and it was horrible. And I gained like 20, 30 pounds.
and I don't know if I should ask, like, is your crowd like a druggy crowd? Like, is
No.
there, no?
No, because it's a Latin crowd and a high-end crowd. People stay out of drugs. Like most thing you
there's
can see in
obviously a
events,
few, but
marijuana
that's-
or something like that. But
Hey, and what do they drink mostly? Do they drink liquor? Is it a liquor crowd,
Wait,
beer
marijuana
crowd?
drug?
Vodka.
Do they drink that? Is it a beer crowd, a liquor crowd?
hard
wine?
liquor crowd. I
Hard
would
liquor
say
crowd,
more
yeah.
vodka and rum.
Wow.
Basic.
You said you're
Champagne,
21 to 30s, right?
Yes.
All right. So it's good to
Hey.
hear that this clientele is staying away from drugs also. I
Yes.
think that's part of the
Oh, that's what we
good,
think.
you know.
I mean, that's what we-
But if you're,
yeah.
if you're not seeing it, you know, you guys, if you're
Yeah.
part of your events, you would realize
You would
what
know.
I
kind
mean, there's obviously some people that you hear about.
right.
But I think on the regular note, no.
Also, because I think because it's during the day, the people, the crowd, the ambience, it doesn't work. I don't know.
No,
Maybe we're just blind.
Well, that could happen. It took me a long time to realize, you know, the people that were doing something.
Yeah.
I mean, I was blind to it completely at first. But being a day party, maybe that makes a difference.
That changes.
in that department.
Yeah.
But you
But
guys
maybe-
gotta stay off drugs, man. That is-
Stay away from
Yeah.
drugs, right?
No. For
Party
this
responsibly.
business specifically,
Yeah.
it is the worst thing you can do.
Oh yeah.
And
If
drink
you-
responsibly
if you
for
get
sure.
high
Just
and
on
don't
Tuesdays.
supply, forget
I mean
about
Monday.
it.
What
You're
day is
never
it?
gonna-
Monday.
And if Colombia plays, you gotta drink.
Yes.
I mean,
hey, so
and if it's Sunday, no, just kidding.
I lost them. So hey, it's been exciting to have you girls. Like, once again, share your Instagram handle so people can find you.
So
and
at Cloc events.
At Cloc
Without a
events,
K. Yeah.
like you see it right here.
right here.
At Cloc events.
You want a
Facebook
brunch
and
or-
Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram.
The book, remember,
Go to the
on
book.
Amazon, The Nightlife Entrepreneur.
Nightlife
Our
Entrepreneur.
website,
You get all the
our
tips.
website. Am I
Go
drunk
for it.
already?
Yes.
I had like half a beer. Again, I
Man,
forgot
that's
to
what
have breakfast.
Cusqueña does.
Oh, and also our website is www.clocevents.com.
Cloc events. All right.
can find
you
you
guys
for
can
the next
go
brunch.
see the pictures from their parties, man. They're amazing. Go follow them on
Videos.
Instagram and follow us. The Nightlife Entrepreneur, Ico Beer,
Here at Doral Food and Wine Festival. See
LMG
you there.
Miami, and remember iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. See you
We
next
are
week.
live.